Hello everybody, this is Yakes87 and welcome back to the Yakes87 World Tour at Homestead Miami Speedway. This is the third event. We will be running the Homestead Miami Speedway Road Course B, which, unlike the last one, includes part of the oval in NASCAR Turn 3 and 4. So this is a fun track. It's a little bit faster, so this one won't take as long. And fun fact for this one is I'm going to try to cut out some of the empty space in the recording. So you're mostly going to see highlights, exciting things happening, mostly just me talking, and that sort of thing. That way there's something going on through the whole video, and it's not just like a 2-hour, like, oh, wow. It's a lot of laps, because I guess you guys probably figured by now that I am committed to doing 87 laps at every racetrack. I'm not going to take shortcuts to make it look like I'm doing 87 laps. I will actually be doing 87 laps. So, just like last time, we're going to be doing a pace lap and taking a green flag, and then we're on the way. So, we are driving the Audi R8 LMS GT3 car, which is basically the same spec as what we just ran with the McLaren, but it's a little different. It drives just a little bit different, but goes about relatively the same speed because they are supposed to be balanced because they're both GT3 cars. So the day-night transitions are on the way, and when those come, that's going to make this really interesting. I'm not going to do a day-night transition on every racetrack, but some racetracks I might just do some crazy thing with the day-night transitions. So we will have to see. So far, the ones I've done here at Homestead Miami Speedway have been just static weather conditions, just like default weather conditions for the, like this one's late afternoon. So, little different, but definitely going to add some more dynamic things moving forward to make these just a little bit more on the interesting side. So as you can see, unlike last time where we turned into the track, we are just going to be doing all of NASCAR 3 and 4, this big sweeping oval turn. So, got it's cranberry apple juice, very delicious. Drink of choice for this challenge. I also have some water on hand if I need it as well. So, that over there. You don't really need the juice right now, because we're about to go green for the third event of the Yakes87 World Tour, and green, 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 guys, let's go! One thing that's really interesting is just adding the oval section to this road course takes about 20 seconds off the lap times. If you remember, I was doing about, was it 120? No, maybe not as much, but definitely shaves quite a bit of time. I was doing like 135 or 125 or something.
1 minute 19.392.
And so far the laps here have been about, yeah, about 10 seconds faster per lap. So that's definitely going to reduce the amount of time it takes to run all 87 of these laps. But it's still going to take a while, because 87 laps is still a very, very, very long time. thing's for sure. I'm going to be really good at the Homestead Miami Speedway road course after this. I'm going to be good at a lot of these road courses, honestly. It's going to be good, though. It's going to be good to learn some new tracks, learn some new skills.
Minute 17.993.
Weird just happened. My wheel loosened up a little bit. Had to kind of slide it back into place. Looks like we also got moved into. There we go. Okay. So sometime in the process of moving my wheel over, looks like it kind of put us into. Windowed screen mode.
19.213.
Not the worst thing to happen, just a little technical glitch at the start of the third event of the Yakes87 World Tour. Looking for fuel with this car, so it says about 55 laps. That could adjust, but it looks like our fuel window is going to be in about the same time frame as it was with the McLaren, right around lap 50. I've noticed the pit stops have seemed to come right around lap 50.
18.569.
Yay! Okay. Busy chit-chatting. We're okay though. But yeah, all the pit stops seem to be right around lap 50. Like I said, like lap 50 was the oval track. I think we pit on like 47 or something in road course A. Obviously running the oval part. A little bit shorter, maybe it's more distance, I don't know. We'll figure it out. I haven't really measured the length of the racetracks to see which one is actually longer or shorter. But also the two different cars burn fuel a little bit differently, so there's going to be a little bit of difference in where we're pitting, but looks like we'll be right around lap 50, so put this on so we can see what laps we're on. That kind of got changed too. And, well, I'm going to kind of shut up for a little bit here as we cross the line to complete lap 5. And I'm going to kind of focus in and get these laps done. And we'll check in with you guys down the road. Alright. Hey guys, how's it going? We just completed lap 12 of 87. As you can see on the running clock right now, it says 22 minutes or so. That's not how long we've been running. We've been running for about 15 minutes or so. We did a couple minutes of intro and then the pace lap, and we didn't really take the green flag until the the lapse time had hit, it was approximately 7 minutes. So we're about 15 minutes in, and we got a good chunk of the laps done already. So making a lot of good progress, making a lot of good time, and I'm just having a blast. A couple laps ago, you probably saw it. I'll probably cut to that lap anyway, but fastest lap so far, 16.5. I really just kind of focused in and was like, how fast can I do a lap? And I did it, and it was just, oh, that was great. So probably not going to be pushing like super lap times, because that leads to mistakes, and mistakes lead to me having to start these over, and that could lead to a huge chunk of just wasted time. So
1 minute 19.095.
trying to avoid wasted time. As you know from the last episode, that entry into the infield is my trouble spot, so that's why I kind of stopped talking when we get to that point. The rest of this track I've got pretty well down, but it's just that entry coming off of the oval into the infield. It's just, it's not difficult, but it's really easy to just go just a little too fast through there and spin the car out. So trying to avoid doing that. We've done a pretty good job. I know I kind of overdrove the corner that one lap, but I'm not going to penalize myself for that one, just because I did keep the car in one piece. I never lost control of the car at any point. It just kind of went off track just a little bit. So off tracks, not counted against me, but loss of control and definitely contacts are. How have you guys been liking the tour so far? You guys been enjoying this? I know we're just getting started. I know everybody I talked to about the tour, they're just like, well, what about Nürburgring? And I'm just like, what about it? Because, like, I know Nürburgring is going to take me like 10 to 12 hours to do 87 laps there. And I'm not an idiot. I'm promising you guys, every unique track configuration is going to have 87 laps completed on them by me at some point. Nürburgring is the last planned event on the schedule. So everything's going to lead up to Nürburgring. So, yes, it's going to be a while before I get to Nürburgring. But I'm also looking forward to it, because by the time I get to Nürburgring, I'm going to be so, like, in tune and accustomed to how to do these 87 lap challenges, what I need to do, because I'm going to run into a couple that are probably going to be close to 6 hours, or 4 hours, or 3 hours, or something along those lines. And doing those is going to get me
1 minute 19.008
accustomed to doing the Nürburgring. So everything leads up to that. I'm excited for that. I know everyone else is like, you should do it now, and I'm just like, I don't want to do it now, because if I do the Nürburgring now, it's going to kill the World Tour. Like, that's not a World Tour. It's like, oh, just go around 87 laps on the Nürburgring. Like, it doesn't. It's like the grand finale. It's just like, it's just everything else leads up to it. Like, spoiler alert, by the way, for anyone that hasn't seen Avengers: Infinity War. If you haven't by now, you're an idiot. You should probably go see that. But it would be similar to, like, okay, so Infinity War starts, right? And it's all about, like, oh, we're gonna fight Thanos, right? And everybody's going around, and Thanos is collecting the Infinity Stones, and then everybody's like fighting Thanos and all that. But, like, if the movie just started with just like, oh, here's the premise of here's Thanos, he's gonna collect the Infinity Stones, and then like 10 minutes of the movie is like, wah! I have all 6 Infinity Stones. There's no build up then. There's no build up. It's just like, now I have the hardest thing possible done. But where do you go from there? Like, that's the thing. Infinity War built up to all 6 Infinity Stones. Like, that was the thing. Like, Infinity War was building up to that moment. So, like, if I just start the World Tour, right, and I'm just like, okay, we're gonna go to Miami, and then we're gonna do this and do like a little warm up, and then we're gonna go to Nürburgring. Like, no. You don't jump from just starting out to I'm gonna do the hardest thing possible. No, that's not how we're doing this. That is not how we're doing this. We're doing this in a way that makes it fun and diverse, with an end goal in mind. The end goal, not just being having 87 laps as consecutive as they can be done at every racetrack, but 87 laps at tracks like Circuit de la Sarthe, Circuit de 24 Hours du Mans, or I don't know, my French is terrible, but tracks like that, Nürburgring, Silverstone, all those European tracks, that's what this is leading up to, because those are the tracks that are going to be the most difficult for me, because not only are they difficult technical tracks, they're really big tracks too.
1 minute
so.
19.717.
Well, that killed a couple of minutes and a couple of laps, so yeah, like I said, Nürburgring is coming. Not for a long time, but it is coming. So that one will be live streamed, and I'll try to have some fan participation in by that one. But we're gonna see how this goes. I'm gonna try to like right now, like just starting out is more of just like me getting into the groove. So I've been kind of just like recording and throwing these up there. But as we settle in, figure out how these challenges are going to work, what the format's going to be, going week to week, that sort of thing. It's going to be just a little bit more enjoyable as we go. It's going to grow to more diverse things, and we'll figure it out. We'll probably get some like fan polls on the Facebook page, which if you're not following me on my Facebook page, you should go do that right now. It's facebook.com/Yakes87. Go there. Give me a follow. All of the tour information and updates and whatnot are going to be posted there, which is kind of bad because I realized since the announcement of the tour I haven't posted any of the tour content on the Facebook page.
1 minute 19.171.
I'll start doing that over the next couple of days and get caught up. I'm not going to do it all at once, but maybe like one post a day through next week of just the different videos and things that are going on. So it's a good follow. Check it out. You'll get all the information you need on the Yakes87 World Tour at facebook.com/Yakes87. There is a link to it in the description below. So, with that said, I am going to settle in and run some laps because my voice is now starting to get dry and coarse, and it's like, hey, you should probably stop talking right now. So I'm going to stop talking. Alright, cool. See you guys soon. Alright, so we just completed lap 33. We're on lap 34 now, which means we're about 10 laps from halfway of the third event here at Homestead Miami Speedway. This has been fun so far. I think having done the 87 laps on the main road course prior to this one has really helped just with my own comfort level come through the Zinfield section here at the racetrack, and that is awesome, because that means like I myself am improving. I can feel the improvement, I can see the improvement, and it's really cool, like, because when I started the last one and I was running the 87 laps on road course A, there was like feeling of dissettlement, not really being comfortable, not really knowing the layout of the track, and as you saw, made a couple of mistakes. So
1 minute 17.889.
with that being said, I'm not making the mistakes I was making on the last one, which is really awesome. I mean, we've made it to lap 35, and the only real issue I've had, knocking on the wood of my desk right now, of course, is that one time where I was busy yapping and overdrove the corner a little bit, so. We are definitely getting there. and having a great time. Like, this is fun. It's very taxing. I've had a very busy day so far today. So, playing some Pokemon Go again. But you guys probably haven't heard about that since 2016. Oh boy. So, I re-downloaded Pokemon Go last week just for shits and giggles. I was like, does anyone still seriously play Pokemon Go? And I saw like gyms were active, and I was like, oh, okay. There's Pokemon spawning about here and there. I got a couple of friends that were like, yeah, we're still playing. This is pretty cool.
18.247.
And so I was like, okay, whatever. And so I was playing, and I was like catching some of the new Pokemon, because, you know, since I've last played, they added the Generation 3 and Generation 4 Pokemon. So I was like, huh, why not? We'll give this a try. And just walking around, and they added some like challenge mode or daily quest sort of things to the game, and I was like, okay, so we're doing the daily quests and getting the streaks, hitting the Pokestops, getting a couple items, and just, you know, having a good time, I guess. Well, today I went out to the shopping, one of the shopping plazas around here, and there's a couple of gyms and a couple Pokestops. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to take these gyms. So I sat down on a bench, pulled out my Pokemon Go app, just on my phone, and I started attacking the gym. You know, since I played back in the day, I had tons of Jolteons, because Jolteon was really OP back then. So I was attacking, they had Gyarados and a Rhydon in the gym, right? So I take down the Gyarados with ease, and I'm fighting the Rhydon. And I'm just, you know, fighting this gym, and I take the gym.
1 minute 19.4.
And as I take the gym, I move on to the next gym. And while I'm fighting that gym, someone takes my gym. That's right. I was surprised that the first other player I run into was a Team Instinct player. But a Team Instinct player, you know, the yellow team, took my gym. And I was like, wait a minute. Wait just a darn minute here. So, I went back, I took his other gym, and then once I finished capping that one, I went back and took my gym back. So I was like, that's my gym. I just took that. That's mine. So I took my gym, and I see a guy, looks like he's walking around playing Pokemon Go. He's just kind of keeping to himself. And I was like, oh, this guy. And he just kind of left. But he started attacking the gym I just took, and then left to go retake the other one. So he starts attacking that one, and I go in, I throw berries on it, and I start healing up my gym. And it goes away. And I was like, huh, I actually had a duel for this gym just now. That was kind of cool. Takes me back to 2016, right? So then, today, I went down, there's like a, a park around town here. And I saw it on the map, just driving by, because it's kind of close to the shopping center. I saw it a couple days ago and was like, oh, there's a lot of Pokestops there. Maybe I'll go there this weekend, and we'll get myself some Pokeballs, because I was running kind of low, and I was like, yeah, you know what? We'll get some Pokeballs. So I went out to the park today, and I pulled up to the park, opened up my Pokemon Go app, and I noticed there was like 50 Pokestops there, and like 10 gyms, and I was like, oh, that's a lot. But what was even weirder was every single Pokestop had a lure on it. A lure! I haven't seen the damn lures since July of 2016 when Pokemon Go launched. I have not seen a single lure anywhere. And today, there was like hundreds of them dropped, like all day long. There was just lures, lures, lures. So I was walking around catching tons of Pokemon. There's, you know, people walking around, and you could just see everybody was just playing Pokemon Go at this park. There was like 100 people at this park playing Pokemon Go. You could walk around the park, you hear people talking like, look, I got an Eevee, look, I got a Pikachu. So many people were still playing Pokemon Go, and it just blew my mind, and I was like, whoa. So, I'm really happy, because like, when I stopped playing in the area I was living before, Pokemon Go was dead. I mean, it was like a small area, you still had a couple of people playing, but most of the people that played just kind of sat in their car, and because it was like kind of a rural area, and they just kind of drove from Pokestop to Pokestop, not really interacting with anybody anymore. And it just kind of, that's why I stopped playing, because the game was just dead to me at that point. Because it's just like, this isn't fun, you know. It's supposed to be about walking around and finding other trainers and battling over gyms and catching Pokemon and being like, oh wow, there's a Charmander over here, and stuff like that. And you know, when the game lost that magic, and I guess looking at it now, it never really did. It never lost that touch, because the Pokemon Go I played today was the same Pokemon Go I played back in 2016. And that blew my mind. And that made me so excited to be playing more Pokemon Go. Like, that's amazing. Like, damn, Pokemon Go, it's still popular. It's still awesome.
1 minute 19.63.
So yeah, you know, playing a bunch of Pokemon Go. I'm kind of a little tired. And, you know, running 87 laps is not like it's not like an overly relaxing thing to do if you've been out walking around and sitting in the heat and all that. But it's fun. It's still fun. It's a fun thing to do. So yeah, that's my story for the day. My voice is starting to crack and get a little dry again, so gonna take a drink, take a little break, and we'll catch up with you guys when we're closing in on that pit stop in about 10 laps. So stay tuned. Here we go. Oh, no. Damn. Hey, we're okay. Oh god, we're okay. I did not get a loss of control there. It was a mistake, it was a spin, that is true. But, since I did not get a loss of control, that does not count to my strikes. Or maybe it does. You guys can discuss that in the comments below. But just for the sake of accuracy in counting incidents as strikes, not going to count it. There was no loss of control 2x. Just kind of a lazy spin, so... we all good. Just a little bit of excitement there.
One minute 25.292.
I did something weird in that corner, and I'm not sure what it was. Oh, it was, I went into second and I upshifted into third, heading into this corner. And, I know from, like, the last time, that has been kind of like the death sentence, if you will, in that particular corner. Upshifting to 3 before you get to the corner, and I guess I did that, and that's what happened there. But it's all good. It's all good. Like I said before, we are closing in on halfway, actually, right now. Remember, lap 43.5 is halfway. And keep in mind, we did start 7 minutes in on the elapsed time. Ooh, sorry. So, whatever time it is, like, if we're under an hour 7, then that means that this challenge is probably going to be
1 minute
under 2 hours in total time.
18.068.
So since we're running lap times of about let's just round it up and say 1:20. We'll see where we are when we're 40 seconds into this lap, and that will be halfway. So this is halfway. So it's taken us about 51 minutes, or 56 minutes or so. Because we're about 103. 56 minutes for half of it. So you gotta figure the next half will take 56 minutes. So we're looking at about an hour and 52 minutes of total time, approximately, for this round of 87 laps, which is a lot better than the last time where it took like 2 hours and 20 minutes. So it's a lot of time. It's a lot of time shaved off by just running the oval turns instead of the infield section. So we got about 7.3 laps of fuel left. Being on lap 44, that means we're probably going to be cutting in at lap 50. And that's where we're going to be taking pit road. Since there is an access road here, I will be taking the access road and not just diving off the track. The access road is available. It was not available on the last road course configuration. Well, it did have an access road, but it was a different access road. It wasn't the oval access road. So for this one, I will be taking the oval access road, just like I did in the oval challenge here at Homestead Miami Speedway. As you can see down by the cones, it kind of cuts off over to the left there. This kind of goes around in the grass and takes us to pit road. So when it comes time to pit, we will be using the access road coming in, getting 4 tires, filling it all the way up with fuel.
18.24.
And then we will proceed to race our way to lap 87 and complete lap 87 here at Homestead Miami Speedway.
Keep an eye on that pit road, my man. You know, might be coming soon. Minute 17.76.
Alright, so we're closing in on the pit stop. As you can see, I've got a low pressure gauge on the car right now. We've got about 3 laps or so of fuel left. So I'm going to try to make it to lap 50, but if it gets a little bit close, probably come in on next time by, so we'll see.
Alright, dude, I'm done going a lot of shit in here. We will pit here.
That's my 2 to go, so we're going to come by next time. Next time by, we're going to be pitting, guys.
One minute 17.899.
Oh God, that was too close. That was too close. Alright, so this time by we're going to be coming in, we're going to be using the access road to come to pit road, get some fuel, get some tires, and be on our way to completing this challenge at Homestead Miami Speedway. Here we go. Fuel. And we're off, guys. The pit stop is complete. So now we just have 37 laps to go here at Homestead Miami Speedway. Alright, so we're on lap 60. I don't know if you guys remember, but during the last challenge, I had an issue with my pedals moving. I got that fixed. Pedals are no longer moving, pedals are solid. But now my chair seems to be moving now, because the pedals are solid. So, gonna have to find a way to do that, maybe take the wheels off the chair or something.
1 minute 17.5.
But, yeah. Kind of annoying because I'm like, are my pedals still moving? Because it's like, I just fixed that. But then it's just like, no, your chair is just moving. It's a gaming office chair computer, so super comfy. It's very comfy. Yeah, so lap 61, we've got about 27 laps to go or so. So yeah, we are closing in on the end. And it's just now starting to dawn on me how tedious this might get at some of these racetracks.
1 minute 18.76.
Because I'm getting to the point where I'm just like, I don't want to see Homestead Miami Speedway. And that's a shame because like I like the track, but I'm also just like ready for a change. But that's okay because change is coming soon. And yeah, because we're doing Sebring is up next. And then after that, we're going to be doing some short tracks at USA International Speedway and New Smyrna Speedway. And then after that, we've got like 6 races at Daytona. Daytona's gonna be a minute, let me tell you. I gotta find a way to do the rallycross events when we get to Daytona, because that'll be the first track with rallycross tracks. The issue with the rallycross tracks is you can't refuel them. They can only run so many laps and then they run out. So I might do like heat races and like stitch them together, like 10 laps or so, and just see what we can do. But yeah.
1 minute 19.596.
Not quite sure how we're going to handle the rallycross events, but those are not being excluded just because they're different. We're going to have to find a way to get that figured out so that I can make runs with the rallycross car, get them fueled, do what we need to do. And run the 87 laps, because there's 2 different rallycross tracks at Daytona. And then there's, you know, the moto track, the road course. And then there's a little short little infield road course that you know, some fun things up. And then of course, the big Draft Central Oval, which I will actually be hosting that one as a race, which will be open to a select group of people. We're going to go in and have an 87 lap race. It's going to be fun. And as far as the race goes, I'm going to have to figure out how I'm going to make it so that 87 laps get completed there. Or if it's going to be just, here's a race, you had some fun.
1 minute 19.219.
I might just run, you know, after the race is done, some solo laps or something, but... Or maybe it'll just be the, just be the race. And it's an 87 lap race. The race is the event. And however it plays out, it plays out. I mean, plate track, as long as I don't get in a wreck, should finish all 87 laps. That's the point. So, we'll see. I'm definitely doing races for Daytona. And probably Talladega too, just because they're anomalies. So, but we'll figure it out. I definitely want to get other iRacers, other friends involved in joining me on some of these tracks. Because, let's face it, doing this alone, I can only talk about so much. I mean, I can't talk for like 2 hours at every racetrack on iRacing. I can't just 2 hours. My God, 2 hours. It's insane.
Minute 18.192. Minute 17.821. 1:15.981.
Hey, we did it. 1:15.9, guys. 1:15.9. I just wanted to see how fast I could get around the track. And my God, we got a 1:15.9. And I was just like, let me focus and just see how fast I can run this. And we did it. That's a 1:15.9. That's like an average of like 3 or 4 seconds faster than what I'm typically running. Just because I'm just trying to keep it safe, under control. Because that was a very on-the-edge lap. And obviously the goal is not to go over the edge and run those laps. But man, if I was just kicking off like 1:15 laps, I could shave like a couple of minutes off if every lap was a 1:15.9. Like, man. But, you know, it's not about how fast I can get it done. It's just a matter of getting it done.
1:18.275.
But I'm also not wanting to be like, I'm just going to putz around because I'm going to do 87 laps. Like, no, we're going to be pushing the car here and there, trying to learn, just trying to get, you know, consistent, clean laps in. It's not about speed. That's the thing. It's not about speed. But I don't want to be just, let me just... Because, I mean, I could literally, at every track, if I wanted to, I could just put the pit limiter on, hit the gas, drive around the track for like 4 hours. And there we go. 87 laps. I could do that. I could. And it would still count as 87 laps. But that's not the point. The point is to be like 87 laps at a relatively competitive speed. I don't know if this is a competitive speed, but I know I'm not just putzing around the track trying to get my 87 laps in. Obviously, I'm not pushing it like 100%, like, oh, I'm going to win this race, I need to be the fastest out here. But, yeah, I mean, it is what it is. You know, we're just running my laps, getting my laps done.
1:16.803. 1:16.162. GT3. Minute 16.424. Minute 15.405.
Alright boys, I just turned in my fastest lap so far. I don't think I can get any faster than that right now. I don't want to try to get any faster than that. But we just took that 15.9 and I just turned it into a 15.4. So, yeah, we're going somewhere with that, so. So 15.4, I'm not going to try to get a faster lap than that, because that's just, that could be disastrous when, you know, we've got 14 laps to go here in the third event at Homestead Miami Speedway on the Yakes87 World Tour. Alright, lap 77, you know what that means? 10 to go, 10 to go, 10 to go. 10 to go, 10 laps to go. So yeah, we got 10 laps to go here at Homestead Miami Speedway Road Course B. That is the official name for it. That is not me just calling it Track A and Track B. No, that is the official name for this road course layout. Road Course B. That means when we get to other tracks, I'm going to be calling things like, yeah, this is Daytona International Speedway Short Road Course, or Road Course, or Moto Track, or this is USA Dirt, not just USA, this is USA Dirt, or my favorite is the Combined Track. For some of these ovals, it's just called Combined. I think it's like Texas Motor Speedway Combined. Yeah.
1 minute 19.049.
Yeah, this has been a lot of fun. I'm kind of just like a little tired right now. Just like I mentioned earlier, I have a very long, exciting day, and this has been a very long, exciting challenge. And yeah, it's getting easier. Like, oh man, that first one, that was rough. I kind of struggled through that. This one I'm kind of struggling through too, but not nearly as much. This is like, I kind of know what to expect after doing the last one. Like, okay, we're gonna sit down here for about 2 hours. This is what 2 hours is gonna be, and so that's, you know, kind of made it a little easier because I'm just like, this is what I'm gonna expect. This is what I'm gonna experience running this 87 laps on this ultimate road course sled.
16.998.
And that's going to be the same thing as we run more of these. I'm going to kind of get more familiar with the layout, how it's going to be. You know, some of the short track ones I'm going to be looking forward to because I can knock them out in like 30 minutes. And some of the others, they're like, okay, this one's going to be a long one. This one's going to take some time. So sit down, just kind of enjoy your day, run some warm-up laps, and sit down and record. And I'm hoping I get a chance to actually live stream some of these so that you guys can kind of hang out with me while I'm running these laps. Or I might try to get some friends of mine to hang out like on a Discord or something, and we can chit chat while I'm running my 87 laps. Or they can, you know, join me on track, and we can have like, you know, like a duel or something. I don't know. Just, hey, we're gonna run 87 laps together. Let's run 87 laps, shall we? Something like that. I want to make this, I really want to, like, the biggest thing for me is making sure that this tour is fun. Not only for me, but for the others involved in the process, and guest iRacers, and what have you. And I want to also make this fun for the viewers, because, let's be honest, the viewers are the most important part of this channel, the YouTube channel, the Yakes87 YouTube channel. It's all about the viewers. Like, I'm having fun making this content, and I want it to be enjoyable for you guys. Like, I want to be able to make good content, like good solid content. And I feel like this challenge has the potential to be really good content. That's it. It's fun. It's just fun, and it's different. And I know right now, like, the first couple, it's like, oh, what's he doing? But I feel like once I kind of get into the meat and potatoes of the challenge, people are going to be like, oh, wow, he's actually doing this. This is actually a thing that's happening. 87 laps at every racetrack. What is up with this madman? And it's gonna be a lot of fun. And I'm gonna, you know, everyone's gonna be like, "What are you doing?" And I'm gonna. The goal is hopefully I want more people to want to do this. Like, join me on my quest. 87 laps at every racetrack. I know there's more tracks that are gonna be probably released over the course of the tour.
17.859.
If they're in areas that I haven't been to in the tour, like I know the next track coming out is over in Japan. That's cool because I haven't hit Japan tracks yet. But if some, like, I don't know, short track in like Virginia or something were to come out next, then we'd have to find a way to fit that in, depending on where the tour currently is and what's scheduled. If something's scheduled, we can probably shoehorn it in somewhere. Otherwise, what I might do is, once we get done with Nürburgring, I may do like a victory lap tour, and because it's like there's some track configurations that I'm like cutting out just because they're like old, outdated, or they're just different enough that they're different. Like, I know at Phoenix, like, you've got New Phoenix and Old Phoenix. Like, I'm not running the Old Phoenix track on the schedule, like the oval track. but I am running the road course because the road course is unique. The oval track is kind of the same as the current oval track. So I didn't feel the need to run both of them. And on top of that, at the new Phoenix road course, there's two different oval configurations, one with just different officiating angles. I didn't feel it was necessary to do those, but you know, if we get into the swing of things and someone's like, well, it's not official until you do those, then I might come back and do some of those. You know, as like a victory lap, stage 6 post tour type thing. Just like a clean and polished segment of the tour where I go back over tracks that were just released or that sort of thing. So do not worry about tracks like that. Like I said, this is just the first pass. Like I'm trying to get like I have like 99% of the layouts like scheduled on this. So there's just a couple of outliers that can be looked at or addressed if needed. So we've got 5 laps to go, and then we will be done with Homestead Miami Speedway. I do not anticipate more Homestead Miami Speedway laps coming down the point, down the road, so when we're done with this, we're done with Homestead Miami Speedway. And that's awesome. Not awesome, I like this track, but awesome in the tour sense, because I'm like, kind of getting tired of seeing blue walls.
1 minute 17.9.
But at the same time, like 90% of the tracks have just plain white walls, so I'm probably gonna get sick of white walls too. So I guess I'll take it. This is different. It's blue and yellow. It's light blue on the oval. It's Miami light colors. I take that back. I'm enjoying the blue because I just thought about how I'm gonna be seeing a bunch of yellow, not yellow, but white walls. I was thinking Charlotte. Charlotte has yellow walls, but yeah. We'll take these blue walls. These blue walls are cool. Blue walls. I'll vote for blue walls. But man, I love this track. Like, this is one of my favorite ovals to race on, and it's a shame I didn't get a chance to race on it this year on the NASCAR circuit. But we'll see. I go down to the track every year, as you saw by the vlog that I recorded. You know, we come down to this racetrack, we watch the championship race, and it's a good time.
1 minute 18.313.
I'm kind of in just finish mode right now. I'm just like, let's just brake a little earlier, make sure you make the corner. Just a couple laps left here. Homestead Miami Speedway. So, this is fun. I know I've said it a lot, but this is fun. Definitely quite the challenge. I think one of the things that I really like about this is it's going to make me better suited for like endurance racing, because I'm going to be more accustomed to sitting down for like 2 hours at a time and just like, okay, this is the race we're going to run, 2 hours, and it's not going to be like the same. It's just like, oh, it's over an hour, I'm tired, I don't want to race. No, none of that. We're going to buckle in 2 hours. 2 hours, okay? And I'm going to be like, okay, 2 hours, why don't we go 3? Because I've done some of like the full-length NIS races, and oh man, those are brutal. Those are brutal, because they're like 3 hours. But man, if I can get more accustomed to like doing these like 2 hour challenges, like sit down, you know, race, concentrate, and like the thing is like it's a road course, so I'm like fully all in 2 hours. You know, it's gonna make my oval game stronger, because one of the problems I face on the oval tracks is I tend to get like tired and lose focus, you know, during long runs on the oval tracks. And it's been nice, you know, running these two that, you know, these 2 road course challenges, there's been like some moments where I've been like just kind of zoned out, but I've never, like, I haven't, like, completely lost 100% focus and, like, really messed up, you know, the lap or whatever. Where I do that sometimes on the oval because it's just like, okay. But I think that's also the difference between road course and oval racing. Is it's really easy to get complacent on an oval track just because it is an oval track. Because you can't really get complacent on a road course.
1 minute 17.345.
2 to go. 2 to go. Yeah, I mean, this is it's gonna increase my endurance, my ability to race for longer periods of time, and not only will that help me when I, you know, start racing, you know, some of the longer oval races again, but it's also gonna help me when it comes down to the team races, because I'll be able to buckle down and do the team races and be a valuable asset to the team in the team races, because I'm not gonna, because number one, I'm gonna be pretty familiar with some of these road courses by the time, you know, the team racing starts up again, but I'm going to be, like, a good endurance driver. Like, you're going to be able to put me in the car and know that I'm going to be able to sit there and go the 2 hours and keep the car clean and get some speed out of it because I've done 87 laps here, so we'll see. We will see. But here we go, lap 87. White flag in the air here at Homestead Miami Speedway Road Course B. Let's bring it on home, shall we? Halfway on the last lap. Alright, this is basically the last corner at this point. Well, I don't even consider that oval a corner, just because it's a corner, but it's like going left. It's basically just a straightaway, so. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Alright, this is the last 2 corners. So this is NASCAR 3 and 4. Coming out of turn number 4, Yakes87 with 87 laps at Homestead Miami Speedway Road Course B. I hope you guys enjoyed it. That was a lot of fun, and we made it in under 2 hours. We were at like 1:56, just like I thought. So, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you guys at Sebring International Raceway coming soon. Bye-bye. Bye, everybody.